Platypus, a small egg-laying mammal that attempts to mate frequently but spends most of its time alone. Man, an adult male human. Platypus man, adult male human that attempts to mate frequently but spends most of its time alone.
Brought to you by the surprising new Polaroid talking camera. Get instant smiles.
Welcome back to Cooking with the Platypus Man. Tonight, we're making an old favorite, meat loaf. It's the kind of food Mother used to make, especially if she wanted to give Father a massive heart attack. By the way, speaking of health and marriage, I don't know if you know this, but recently, researchers said people who get married live longer. And then, when the researchers' spouses left the room, they said, it just seems longer. And you know what? It's a choice that we all have to make, married or single. Sort of like when the doctor goes, well, what'll it be? Ointment or suppositories? Still, we do have to consider it from all angles, yes? We have to say to ourselves, do I want to be single and spend my life in bars with a bunch of different idiots? Or do I want to be married with a family? Stay home with the exact same bunch of idiots? Do I want to go out every night talking about a bunch of stuff I'm not really interested in? Or do I want to stay home every night talking about a bunch of stuff I've heard before? Do I want to spend a lot of nights alone with a stack of dirty magazines? Or do I want to be single? These are the choices we have to make. But you can philosophize all day and never get anywhere. Sometimes you just have to go with whatever feels good.
Oh, Richard, that back rub feels so good.
What back rub? Trying to undo your bra.
I'm not wearing a bra.
Wow.
I know. A lot of people assume they're fake.
Hey, come on, don't say that. There's no such thing as fake breasts. If I can touch them, they're real.
Hold on, Richard. First, I want you to tell me a secret.
Okay. I assumed they were fake, too.
Silly. Open up. Reveal your most personal thoughts to me.
Oh, come on, please. No. You know, that kind of stuff, it just really makes me uncomfortable, okay?
It's too bad. Intimacy really turns me on.
I wet the bed until I was 12.
Yeah?
Yep. I read The Bridges of Madison County. Twice. I cried at the end. I get aroused every time I hear this song, Oh, Canada.
Oh, Richard!
Close enough. Hey, this is Richard. Leave a message at the beep.
Hi, Richard. This is Eileen Rubenstein. I don't know if you remember me. It's been a long time, and I just thought I'd come...
Hello? Eileen! No, I'm not doing anything right now. My God, I can't believe it's you after all these years.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
Do you mind? This is really kind of personal.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Paige, your know-it-all boyfriend called. He said he was on his way over.
Roger's not a know-it-all.
Oh, hello, Paige. Or as they say in Kuala Lumpur, salamat salam.
Okay, he has a bit of a quirk, but he's a really nice guy.
I'm sorry I'm late. I got hung up at the Museum of Natural History. The invertebrates were misclassified by phylum.
Oh, you work at the museum?
No.
Hey, Roger, you care for a cocktail?
Absolutely. You know, interesting word, cocktail. Etymologically, it's derived from the now defunct practice of stirring a mixed drink with a rooster feather.
Well, thank God nowadays they have health laws.
You know, Roger, you don't always have to explain everything. Kind of makes people feel like they're back in the 3rd grade.
To be 16 again.
I'm sorry, Paige. I'm just a flowing font of information, and by gosh, I like to share it with people.
Hey, you know those napkins with trivia on them? Absolutement. We need about 100 of them.
Only 100? I guess I'll have to confine myself to the Peloponnesian War.
I'll tell you what, make it half Peloponnesian, half golf jokes.
Fine.
Hey, guys. You'll never guess who called me. The only woman I ever really loved.
Carol.
Joanne.
Mindy.
Diane. First woman I ever really loved.
Eileen Rubinstein.
Bingo. I'm going to see her tonight for the first time in 20 years.
Who was Eileen Rubinstein?
Oh, Richard's high school sweetheart.
I thought that was Peggy Grant.
No, I mean the girl Richard dated when he was in high school.
I know. There have been more than a few women in my life, but Eileen was really special, Paige. I mean, you never forget the first time you say, I love you.
I love you too, but I'm still not going all the way. Besides, who needs sex when this back rub feels so good?
Back rub, I'm trying to undo your bra. I'm gonna figure these things out. Come on, Eileen, what's the big deal? We've been going steady for 3 years.
Sorry, Richard.
Eileen, please. It hurts.
That's a question. I won't sleep with you until we're married.
Well, then, you know what, Eileen? Then, let's get married.
Oh, my God. You mean it?
Yeah. Look, my mood ring is magenta, so that means I'm sincere, you know? Or horny. I always forget which.
I can't believe we're finally getting married.
Yeah.
I want everything to be perfect. There's so much to plan.
I know, I have to book a room, get the alcohol, hire a photographer.
My parents will take care of the wedding.
I was talking about the wedding night.
Now? You're not going to get cold feet, are you?
No, believe me. Eileen, there's nothing I'd rather do than marry you.
How could you leave that poor girl stranded at the altar?
Paige, come on. I was a little bit young to give up my freedom, you know? You know, I've been thinking about her for 20 years.
Biggest mistake I ever made.
I mean, we were great in the 70s. I bet if we got back together, we'd be even better now.
Wouldn't be too sure. You got a look at Fleetwood Mac lately?
Look, the point is, you know, if Eileen came back, I would marry her in a second. I bet she feels the same way. Hey, maybe that's why she's coming to see me.
Could be. Or maybe she wants to get you drunk, tie you to the bed, and tattoo her name across your chest.
That's crazy. Why would anybody do that?
Hey, don't ask me, all right? Ask Teresa Balducci.
Roger, we gotta get going.
All right, Thomas, here are your cocktail napkins. Care to try one?
Yeah, sure. Hey, it works!
Eileen?
Richard.
My God, you look great. Gee, you haven't changed a bit since the last time I saw you. Except you're not sobbing uncontrollably and I'm not hightailing out of the back of the church on Lou's moped.
You haven't changed a bit either.
Oh, what are you talking about? Come on, I had a growth spurt in my 20s. I shot up at least half an inch.
Boy, it's great to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you.
I waited for this moment for so long, but I won't lie to you, Richard. After you left me, I did play the field.
Oh, hey, come on. It's been 20 years. I played the field, too. I played the field so much, they tore down the field and put up a dome stadium.
Well, I just had Ben. But I only dated him because he reminded me of you.
Dark, handsome, charming.
Well, the important thing is when Ben left, I realized that I should stop trying to replace you and just try to find you. And then I saw you on TV.
No kidding. So, how did you like my show?
The important thing now is we're finally together. I love you, Richard. I always have.
I never really stopped loving you.
Great. Now we can do what we should have done 20 years ago.
Yeah. Nowadays, I can unhook a bra like a surgeon.
Don't get impulsive.
Oh, come on, Eileen.
I want you to be sure. Tomorrow, if you want to be with me, come to my hotel. But for now, why don't you just sleep on it?
Eileen, wait a second. You know, if we did it first, I'd sleep a lot better. Hey,
Rich. So how did it go with Eileen?
She is so different from all the other women I've dated.
Still won't sleep with you, huh?
Lou, please. You're talking about my first love. There'll be a time and a place for that. Tomorrow, at noon, room 327, Milford Plaza.
Hey, Rich, see if they'll move you, because that room is right next to the elevator.
Now I
know the reason all my other relationships have failed?
Your looks?
Your personality?
One of the people was always you?
No. It's because I never found another woman as good as Eileen. No. I'm thinking I should have quit while I was ahead.
You know, hearing you talk about Eileen makes me realize I'm just wasting my time with Roger. Tommy, give me the phone.
All right. That's the idea.
Okay, action.
Hello. Bonjour. Moshi moshi.
Hi, Roger. It's Paige.
Paige, you gotta speak up. I'm on the car phone. Hey, you know how cellular technology works, don't you? You see, a transmitter broadcasts radio signals to a series of...
Listen, Roger, I think that we should stop seeing each other. You know how breaking up works, don't you? Roger?
Sorry, Paige, I was going through a tunnel. What'd you say?
We're breaking up.
No, we're not. That was the Holland Tunnel.
We're through. Do you hear me? It's over.
But Paige, you can't do this to me. No, 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 no!
If you know anybody going to Jersey, I'd have them take the bridge.
Eileen?
Richard, I'm so glad you came. I'll be right out. I'm just getting ready for our big night.
Right behind you. Hey, here's to all the women who ever said I was selfish, huh? Who else do they know that could make foreplay last for 19 years?
What was that?
I said, I am not going to let this opportunity pass again. I've been waiting for too long. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this thing work. You know what I'm saying? Anything. I'm not letting you out of my life again. If I could, I would marry you right this minute.
Can't wait until 4:30.
Platypus man will be right. Wedding. Wow. No woman has ever gone to this kind of expense for me before. Well, there was that one woman. But she paid to have my legs broken.
Well, I guess I just took a chance.
Yeah.
But I'd rather lose the cost of a wedding than lose the only man I ever really loved. So what do you say, Richard?
Eileen, I could wait another 20 years without finding somebody as wonderful as you. Will you marry me?
Oh, Richard, this is all so sudden. Of course I'll marry you. Eileen, oh, there you are. Hello, Mother. I'm so glad you could make it.
Oh, you should have given me more than one day's notice. You know I had to pay full fare out of Miami. And when I first heard that you were getting married, I thought, well, my daughter's lost her mind. You know, like that time you were experimenting with grass with that crazy collard.
Faster, Mother.
Anyway, enough suspense. Where's this mystery man my daughter's gonna marry?
Mrs. Rubenstein?
It's crack now, isn't it?
She's not on crack, Mrs. Rubenstein. We're in love. Mom.
You're nuts.
Stupid.
The craziest thing I've ever heard.
I know it's a little sudden, but if you hurry, there's still time to get me a gift.
Well, you're getting married in about an hour. Where are you registered? Lens crafters?
You guys don't get it, do you? Eileen is perfect for me. She knows that if I get a chance to think this thing over, I'm gonna bolt and run, just like the last time.
So you want me to gas up the moped?
This could be exciting, Richard. Getting married. Oh, I still have to pick up Roger at the hospital.
So, is he gonna be okay?
Oh, yeah, but he hit his head pretty badly. Now he doesn't remember anything about the accident. Unfortunately, that includes me breaking up with him. He thinks we're still going out.
Then dump him again.
Oh, for God's sakes, that caused the man enough pain. Can't break up with him now. Besides, I've got to take someone to the wedding.
Attention, please, everybody. Tommy, some champagne for our friends. Now, the last time I was about to make this toast, you ran out. But now, I just want to say, here's to Richard. Who's about to discover the joys and happiness of coming home to the same woman night after night after night for the rest of his natural-born life. He can finally put a stop to the endless stream of cheap physical encounters with flight attendants, dental hygienists, indeed, beautiful women from all walks of life. And so I say, Rich, here's to you.
Lou, what are you doing here? How'd you know where to find him?
Oh, please. Every time you get like this, you end up in one of two places. Hot dog jungle, the makeout car. Today I got lucky.
You came here first?
No, the jungle had 2-for-1 chili dogs.
What, you can't eat two?
No, I can't eat 4. Richie, it's time to let go of the past. You can't keep running to this car.
Why not?
For one thing, you sold it in 1978. The new owners are going to call the cops.
Maybe marrying Eileen is a mistake.
And maybe it isn't.
I'm scared.
Well, of course you are. Don't you remember how terrified I was when I was going to marry Marie?
Why'd you go through with it?
Because I knew in my heart it was the right thing to do.
I said let go. No, don't put me down. No!
The point is, I had no idea how things were going to turn out. But I married Marie anyway.
And now you're happy?
Oh, we're a team. If I wasn't happy, would I be sitting here trying to convince you to get married?
You know, Lou, I think you're onto something.
Think so, too.
It's my mood ring.
Oh, cool.
Look at that.
Hey, what color is it?
Magenta. You know, I never could figure out if that meant if I was sincere or if I was horny. I'm definitely not horny. Come on, Lou. I am getting married.
Okay. Hey. How you doing there, huh? Oh, sorry.
You know, Paige, in some cultures, Wait a minute. What am I saying? You don't want to hear this. Let's just sit down and enjoy the wedding, huh?
You know, Roger, it's amazing. Since you got out of the hospital, you haven't explained anything to me.
What don't you understand?
Why you're not being a know-it-all.
Well, you see, Paige, after my brush with death, I realized there are more important things in life. Like you. There's my call. Excuse me. Hello.
Hey.
Ah, you see that, Paige? All your relationship needed was honest communication, gentle criticism, and massive head trauma.
Hello? Don, hello? I can't hear you, Don. Don, we're breaking up. Wait a minute. It's all coming back to me.
What is it?
The accident. I remember talking to you on my car phone, driving through a tunnel, and then just before I rear-ended that Zabar's truck, we broke up.
Please, why would we break up? We're so happy together.
I remember it quite clearly.
Impossible. We never broke up.
Deny it all you want, Paige, but the fact remains. I dumped you.
Hold on. You dumped me?
Yes.
I dumped you, buddy. I dumped you.
Sure you did. You're right, and I'm wrong. Because you know it all, Paige. Yes, you know it all.
I'm gonna give him 10 minutes and then call him in the car. He should be on the bridge by then.
Stay tuned for more. Bye.
Nervous?
Like a bucket of chicken on its way to Deltaberg's house.
Here you go, Rich. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of Eileen and Richard. Eileen, do you take Richard to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Richard, do you take Eileen?
Eileen! Eileen! Dad?
It's open.
Who the hell is he?
My ex-boyfriend. Ben, what are you doing here?
Eileen, running out on you was the biggest mistake of my life. I can't live without you. Will you marry me?
Hey, time, Ben. Too late. She already said I do.
I did, but now I'm not so sure.
Eileen, come on, you said I was the only man you ever loved.
I'm sorry. I meant you were the first man I ever loved.
You meant? What did you mean when you said I do? You might?
But I love Ben.
And I love you.
So what's the problem? Marry Ben. Marry anybody. Marry this guy that smells like a chili dog.
Wait a minute. Marriage is a sacred institution not to be entered into lightly. Before I go through with this, I need to be absolutely certain that I'll be spending the rest of my life with the right man.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Eileen, look. You obviously love Ben, and I need to know that I'm the only man in your life. So I think, Ben, you should marry Ben. Unless there's some other way we can, maybe work it out between the two of us.
Rich. I'm really sorry.
Ooh, this is just terrible.
Yeah, you're not kidding, because I was really looking forward to those hors d'oeuvres.
I guess you must be pretty happy, Mrs. Rubenstein.
Richard, after what you just did for my Eileen up there, I think maybe I was wrong about you.
I don't think I'll ever get over her.
Oh, sure you will. You just need to find yourself another woman.
Yeah, right. Where am I going to find another woman like Eileen? Mrs. Rubenstein, I think you're trying to seduce me.
It ain't a pretty picture, baby.
Are you trying to tell me I'm dead?
Guess who's coming to Vegas? Kato Kalin is Sir Mix-a-Lot's special guest in a chilling tale of life after death.
Just when I think I done seen it all, the boss man throws me a curveball like this.
Oh, my God! Witness his bizarre return to the living.
Welcome home, brother.
Kato Kalin guest stars on an all-new episode of The Watcher. Tomorrow, you'll see it all on UPN.